In 1995, NASA put chronically fatigued airline pilots through a controlled cockpit nap experiment and landed on a strangely exact number. A 26-minute nap boosted their reaction time performance by 34% and raised alertness by 54%. Not 20 minutes, not 45. Not an hour-long crash on the jump seat. 26 minutes, timed to the second. The study came out of NASA Ames Research Center's Fatigue Countermeasures program, led by researcher Mark Rosekind, after a string of reports about pilots nodding off mid-flight on long-haul overnight routes. Rosekind's team wired volunteer pilots upright in the cockpit jump seat and clocked their naps to the exact minute, hunting for the one window long enough to help and short enough not to backfire. What they found rewired how the aviation industry thinks about rest breaks. Here's the reveal. 26 minutes is just long enough to get one full cycle of light, restorative sleep, but it ends before the brain sinks into deep, slow-wave sleep. Cross that line, and you wake up groggier and slower than if you'd never napped at all, a cost researchers call sleep inertia. We post 3 of these every day. Subscribe to get them all. That precise timing window isn't just for pilots cruising at 35,000 feet over the Pacific. Anyone running on 4 hours of sleep before a 2 p.m. deadline can use the exact same 26-minute target, set on a real timer instead of guessing by feel. It works on a couch, a car seat, or a break room chair just as well as it worked in that cockpit jump seat. But here's the pattern interrupt. Most people nap for 45 minutes to a full hour, assuming longer sleep means more recovery, and wake up right in the middle of deep sleep. That's when sleep inertia hits hardest, leaving you groggier and measurably slower for up to 30 minutes after you get up. Turn on the bell so tomorrow's rule lands in your feed before you make that same mistake. Sleep researchers later stacked another trick on top of Rosekind's finding, something now called the coffee nap. Drink a full cup of coffee right before you lie down, since caffeine takes roughly 20 to 30 minutes to fully hit your bloodstream. That means it kicks in right as your 26-minute alarm goes off, so both effects land in your system at almost the exact same moment. So the pilots, who nearly drifted off over the Pacific in 1995, ended up handing everyone else a precise formula: a timer, 26 minutes, and maybe a coffee first. Comment below. Did you know the exact number mattered this much?